substance into a magnet. Let us see the first method. So my dear friends, here in this method, single touch method, we call it as a single touch method. The specimen which you want to convert into a magnet, you are taking here. This is the specimen. It may be an iron bar or a steel bar, you are taking that. And now you are taking a permanent magnet. And you are rubbing this magnet, just lifting it up, again putting like this, again lifting it up. It is like this. In this way. After rubbing to some time, where the south pole leaves the bar, there you get the north pole. There you get the north pole, and the opposite one you get the south pole. So in that way, this is called a single touch method. So you can magnetize a magnetic substance by using a single touch method. You can do it. You can try it at home. Now my dear friends, this is a divided touch method. Means here you are taking two magnets. See here, when you are taking the magnetic north and south, again maintaining some distance between them. Again there is a north and a south. And you are taking the specimen bar here. So you are mounting over the south and the north poles like this. I think you understood. Now you are taking two bar magnets like this. These are the two bar magnets. One south facing down and for the other one north facing down. So my dear friends, see, for this you are now putting both and just moving your hand like this. Your hand is just moving like this. So divided touch method. So you are just going to the midpoint, again go to the two ends, again lifting, midpoint, again going. So your hand is continuously moving like that. After some time, you see that this specimen copy is specimen bar is converted into a magnet. So my dear friends, this also you can do, but here you require 4 magnets in doing this method. And this is a double touch method. You can use any method. In this method also you have to take two magnetic poles here, north and south. See the direction in which they are being kept. South facing the north, again north and south here. And your specimen is kept here. This is a magnetic substance but not a magnet. And now you are taking two magnets. You are taking two magnets with a wooden piece is there between them. See here, south and north, opposite poles are near to each other. Now you are not lifting. In this case, you won't lift. You are from the middle. You are going from this side again to the middle. So, my dear friends, to this end we will be going to that. Means we are not continuously, completely lifting or leaving. So, this method we call it as a double touch method. So, my dear friends, you can magnetize your specimen bar in any of these 3 methods. You can use any method. And one more thing, when you are storing a magnet, you shouldn't store a magnet as you like. No. The strength will decrease. So when you are storing a magnet, you must keep a wooden piece in between. A wooden piece must be there. And these 2 magnets are being attached with the keepers. We call it as a soft iron keepers. So these 2 pieces are going to continue, the chain is continued. So here a giant molecular chain is formed here, continuous chain is formed. As a result, their strength is not decreasing. So my dear friends, this is the way in which you have to adopt to store the magnets. Storing the magnets is this method. Magnetizing a magnetic substance you can do by any of these 3 methods. You can try it, you can do an experiment at home. I think you require, for doing this single touch method, you require 1 magnet, it is enough, and 1 magnetic substance like steel or iron is enough. But in these 2 methods, you require 4 magnets and 1 magnetic substance here. Here you require a small wooden strip is required. So I think you understood the method. You please do it. Observe what are the things that you have observed. Please rub it n number of times until you get some result. And in this case, about the electromagnet, for example, you do a small experiment. Take an iron nail and just try to wind a current carrying conductor, a wire which is insulated with a, not without insulation but which is insulated like this, and connected to the two terminals of the battery. After connecting to the two terminals of the battery, you see that, you observe that this iron nail is acting like a magnet. So as long as the current is passing through this is a magnet. Once you put off the switch, once the current is not passing, it is no more a magnet. So my dear friends, you can magnetize any substance, especially the magnetic substance. When a current is passing, when you wound the current wire around it, you can magnetize it. That method you call as an electromagnet. So my dear friends, here we have temporary magnets and permanent magnets. Two types of magnets are there. Very important. Here, my dear friends, let us have an idea about magnetic induction. What is the meaning of induction? See, I would like to tell you one example of induction. See, my dear friends, when you are coming to electricity can be when you rub two bodies, one get positively charged and the other get negatively charged. So electrification is possible by friction. And second thing is, if any charged body is there and you are bringing, if this is a charged body, you are bringing it in contact, you are touching, then this also is getting charged. This is called electrification by conduction. And the third one is electrification by induction, means you are taking a normal body, you are bringing the charged body near to it. This is a positively charged body, let us think. You are bringing this positively charged body near to a neutral body. Then this is developing a negative charge on this side and a positive charge on this side. Means this is getting electrified. Means this is getting the charge. Means in this particular case you are not touching, but you are keeping it in the field of it. This is called induction. In the case of induction, you are not touching, but you are bringing the second object into the field of the first object. That is called induction. So my dear friends, here in this particular case, for example, if this is a magnet, around this magnet there is a magnetic field. When a magnetic field is there around this magnet, you already know. These magnetic lines are always passing from north pole to south pole outside the magnet, and from south pole to north pole inside the magnet. And they are all continuous loops, right? Now, for example, you are bringing an iron piece and keeping in that field for some time. Then after some time, this iron piece also is getting magnetized by induction. By induction, my dear friends, this is an important property. So, my dear friends, here, let us take this particular example. You are taking a horseshoe magnet which is in the U shaped. Here, when you are taking two nails or something like that, when you observe, see when this iron piece is sticking to this, if it is a north pole, a south pole is induced opposite it, and a north pole like that. So if it is a south pole, you are getting a north pole is induced on the iron bar, what you have taken, and the south pole on the side. And here again you are having a north pole and a south pole, they are attracting each other. So these two iron pieces are converging. They are coming nearer. But whereas when you take a bar magnet, when you are taking, this is a south pole, when you are taking the two iron nails, see on this particular nail, north pole is induced on this side, and because this is south pole, a north pole is induced, and a south pole is induced on the opposite side. So my dear friends, in this particular case, both are south poles. Because both are south poles are induced here, repulsion is there between light poles, repulsion is there. As a result of that, this is getting diverged, this is getting converged. In this case, they are getting diverged. I think now you understood the meaning of induction. For example, if you take a bar magnet, and take the safety pins, if you just keep on observing, even this pin also is attracting. Even this nail is attracting this nail. Again, this nail is attracting another nail. Again, another nail. Means due to induction, all these are getting the magnetic properties, my dear friends. So, my dear friends, induction. I think now you understood the meaning of magnetic induction. And here some substances are permanent magnet. Once you make it a magnet, either using by double touch method or single touch method or electromagnet method or any method you use and make it a magnet, it is a magnet forever. Even if you remove that condition, even the electricity is removed here, or after removing, you are removing all the bar magnets, then also your specimen is a magnet, then that is a permanent magnet. If you remove all the conditions, then also the magnetism is retained by it. The retentivity is there, then it is a permanent magnet. But once when you switch off, when you put off the switch, it is no more a magnet. Then such is a temporary magnet. My dear friend, that is only a temporary magnet. So sometimes we have permanent magnets and some places we have temporary magnets. Electromagnets are temporary, and especially when you take iron gives rise to temporary magnets. Whereas if you take steel, it gives rise to a permanent magnet. Then again depends on the type of the material what you are going to select. Now you understood what is a temporary magnet and what is a permanent magnet. If it retains its magnetism even after removing the conditions, then it is a permanent magnet. If it is not retaining its magnetic properties after removal of the external factors, then it is a temporary magnet. So my dear friends, here in the case of a temporary magnet, iron is an example. Iron is a material. A permanent magnet, steel is an example. So my dear friends, now you understood to some extent about what is the meaning of magnetic induction and how to prepare a electromagnet, what is a temporary and a permanent magnet, what is the meaning of retentivity. Retentivity means retaining that capacity, retaining that properties, that is called the retentivity. Now let us see how to draw the magnetic lines. Just now I am just trying to draw magnetic lines. My dear friends, please try to remember magnetic lines always passes from north pole to south pole outside the magnet. And inside the magnet they move from south pole to north pole. And they are continuous loops. They are not discontinuous, they are continuous loops. And never magnetic lines intersect, my dear friends. Never magnetic lines intersect. Never you see that magnetic lines never intersect. And my dear friends, how to draw these magnetic lines? For example, if a magnet is given, then north pole and south pole are given. Now you are taking a magnetic compass. You take a white paper. You take a big white paper like this, a chart paper. You take a chart paper and keep this magnet, draw the outline of it and keep it like that. And now you are taking a compass. You know the compass. Compass means there is a small magnet suspended in the between, and it is always showing north and south. When it is outside the magnetic field, it always shows the north and south. Okay, now when you are bringing this compass and just bringing it here, the compass is showing the needle like this. Now my dear friends, towards the north the compass, south pole of the compass is coming, towards the other side north pole is coming. Now you put a dot here. Now again you bring this compass, lift it, again you put the compass like this. Again you will see that the north pole is here, south pole is here. Again you put a dot, again lift the compass and this is point A, point B. Again you lift it and again you put the dot. Now again the compass is showing the direction like this. So this is the north and this is the south pole. So this is the point. You are now joining the points. C. Now you got a point C. Again you are lifting your compass C. Now again you are putting a dot here D. See my dear friends, in that way you just see that you are putting dots, and every time you are lifting the compass and again putting in the new place. See my dear friends, every time you see that your compass is constantly showing. See my dear friends, in all the cases, this is the north, south, north, right? Always the arrow mark is showing the north. So north, south. Now my dear friends, now see here, this is the north, south. See, it is taking a bend here. E, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, point is G. See my dear friends, this is the point G. Again it is taking a bend like that. Again H is taking a bend like that and joining like that. See my dear friends, after that now you are joining all these points. Just draw a line joining all these points. You get a magnetic line and just make it a continuous line like this. In that way, using the compass, now you can draw different lines by keeping at different places. Now I think you understood how to draw a magnetic line. So in that way you can catch the magnetic lines here using with the help of a compass you have to draw it. So my dear friends, now I think you understood how to draw magnetic lines. So now we have discussed to some extent about the magnetism. Briefly, I request all the children, please try to understand, please try to read the textbook, write down the important points and explain to your friend, discuss with your parents, you be a teacher and have a discussion. Still what are the doubts that you have, you please note it down and again we can have a discussion about that. Thank you.